Okay, welcome back to my Let's Play of Middara Unintentional Malum on Tabletop Simulator. I don't know if anyone's even watching this still, but I'm enjoying it, so that's all I really care about. Yeah. We finished the test. We finished the exam. Flying colors, we aced it. I mean, we aced it harder than anyone's ever aced it. Although I would imagine most people playing this probably ace it. It really was not too difficult. So that's that. Yeah. So that's all there's to say, really. We return all starter pack weapon, armor, core, and disciplines. Keep any consumables I didn't use. So that's kind of shitty. We lose all this stuff. All this all goes away. All this lovely stuff. Oh my god. So painful. Oh. Okay. Let's see here. This will go here. This goes here. This goes here. We'll get to the shopping in a second. It's gonna get a little crazy. I'll show you. I will show you. This goes here. This goes here. 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 This is a core. Weapons. Armor. All right. That's done. Let's get our spark notes up. For making the grade. The party finishes up the mast and makes their way to the armory to get their final grade. Excited to finally have the opportunity to join the Demiurge, Nightingale brags about all the dangerous, exciting adventures she'll have. Zeke deflates her enthusiasm by telling her that her family wouldn't allow her to join the Demiurge. The party turns in their hand-me-down mast gear and are given real gold to purchase equipment. Alright. And so we will shop. Okay, so we can shop and spend XP. Let's start with shopping, I suppose. So we have 336 gold. Obviously, every item here has a gold cost. Most weapons, if they're one-handed, cost 18. Two-handed cost 30. So we can definitely afford to kit ourselves out. However, there's a lot of options. There's a lot of freaking options. All this here, so all this, these are all weapon choices. We can purchase any of these. These are all mundane weapons. We also have Mundane Armor, which is all stuff that you've seen before. That's the badass leather jacket, the occult shirt, the queer ass, and that's it. Those four. Then there's the cores, which we also all want. So this is stuff like, basically, it just gives you one defense, and you can usually exhaust it, or exhaust to dodge, exhaust to counter. The deflection core makes it easier to pass, makes it easier to defend against spells, and the utility core lets you get a consumable item for free at the end of the encounter, and also makes it easier to dodge spells. So either way, so we can buy all those. We can buy consumables, but we won't. And then finally, accessories we can buy. Now, all this shit that we're looking at, this is all mundane stuff. So, you know, we're gonna have access to new stuff down the line, common, uncommon, whatever the highest one is. Maybe it is uncommon or something. I don't. Anyways, that's probably not what I wanted to do. Okay. Anyways, right, mundane, common, uncommon, and rare eventually. So that is all going to improve as time goes on. The accessories, though, these always stay the same. I don't know if we get access to more accessories, but all of these basically just get more expensive depending on what weapon tier you're on. Also, my music stopped. My music didn't really even start. There we go. So like helmet and gauntlets. Right now it costs 30. It's going to cost 30 more for every loot level I'm on beyond mundane. So it just gets more expensive to buy as we advance. And it doesn't get better. None of these get better as time goes on. So the best time to buy them is now. So stuff like too many belts. You exhaust it in order to get a free dodge. If you dodge and you still take damage, it reduces the physical damage by 2. That's it. That's all it does. They're very simple things. They go into the special accessory slot on your board. There's not really any reason not to have them. Swashbuckler's Garb just makes it easier to defend against spells, and you get a free counter. Let's see here. The Sylphia Undergarment you can exhaust to gain resistance physical damage against an attack. Quiver is good if you're using it with a bow. We don't have any access to any arrows at this point, but you can also exhaust this to re-roll a die when making an attack with a bow. The cloak is pretty good all around. Exhausted for a free dodge, and you gain protection, which basically means you can dodge spells. So, yeah, we have a lot of choices. Mixing and matching and choices, and that's not even getting into the skills, which we'll get into next. So basically it comes down to, I think, deciding on sort of a build for your characters. They're all very flexible right now. All that really differentiates them, aside from the attribute skill stuff, which we don't care about, is pretty much their special ability, which is pretty minor overall. I mean, like, Nightingale's special ability, that's good no matter what, anything. I mean, any sort of build she went with, it would be fine. Their special ability and their starting discipline, which I don't think goes away. Oh, no. You do return your starting discipline. That seems so odd to me, because that feels like something kind of intrinsic to the character, but no. All right, never mind then. So all it is their starting special ability. Other than that, they are blank friggin' slates. And so there's a lot of options then for building characters, which, you know, makes me giddy and excited. So yeah, we're gonna be diving into this. So we could make Zeke into like a spellcaster. We could make Nightingale into the tank. I mean, we could do basically anything. Now, overall, I think Rook leans towards tanking more than anything, since he has the highest starting HP and he can ignore the movement penalty for heavy equipment. He can be anything, but I think he leans a bit more compared to, say, Nightingale, who could go in any direction. Remy has a lot of movement, but again, that's useful for basically anybody, so it doesn't really matter. So let's start with Rook. I'm going to give him this because I think it's a bit more useful for being attacked, and we're going to make him into sort of the tank. Now, it's not quite like Kingdom Death Monster. Maybe there's some other things in play here, but there might be some of the skills or something that might make it more likely for him to draw attention or something like that. But otherwise, you know, based on enemy AI, like Cave Sickle, they attack whoever has the most damage. So I guess that's sort of potentially a tanky thing. But like Waterloa, oh, I guess they do tend to go towards most damage. Gebudon doesn't. Animate doesn't. So tiebreakers and things like that. But anyways, okay. So let's go with the assumption that we want to make this guy the tankiest dude that's ever tanked. Now I think I could just give him 2 shields. I could. I don't think that's actually the best way to go, but I think overall we do want a medium shield. This does give you +1 armor, so that's good. It gives you a purple die. Of course. You can exhaust it to do a free counter, and if you combine it with a melee weapon in the other hand, and this gets upgraded to a white die instead. So that's all good. That's all good stuff. We want that. Compare that to the buckler. Also gives you the armor. It makes counters cheaper all the time. You can always spend 1 SP to do a counter regardless of dodging. You can exhaust it to move 1 space diagonally, but it doesn't get the white die for attacking. So I think the medium shield is better if we're going to be in the fray. So then, for his one-handed weapon, we could go with the Warhammer, because it has combo with a shield, where he gains an extra armor, and heavy, which he can ignore. And it has a white die, so we'd have 2 white dice there. That's not too shabby. Other things that combo with the shield include the Morning Star, which gives a white die, a combo shield. Exhaust this. When countering, you may reroll any of your dice. And as a passive effect, whenever you kill something, you can end your action and all abilities and move 2 spaces for free. The hand axe also combos with a shield. Exhaust it after resolving an attack you made. If the attack missed, make an attack. That's pretty solid. And you can also throw it once per encounter, which isn't bad either. So I like the hand axe. I do like the hand axe. Those are the only things that actually combo with a shield. And I think you tend to want to grab the combo effects. You don't have to. I could take the longsword. The longsword actually is double-sided, so you can use it one-handed or two-handed if you so choose, with different effects on each side. But if I use that once, you know, I wouldn't get any of this text. It would just basically be a 1 white die weapon. So not really worth it. I think between the hand axe and the warhammer, trading, it's either an armor. The throwing is pretty good against like Waterloas. Getting the free attack, free empower. It's hard to say. I think as a tank, he'd probably lean towards Warhammer. But I've used a Warhammer. Let's try the hand axe. So we're gonna go with that. So that's his weapons sorted. For armor, I think the Cuirass is probably the best bet. This would give 2 armor and 2 more health. With that once per encounter to ignore all physical damage. The badass leather jacket also adds 1 armor and 4 health. And the passive's pretty good. Reduce physical damage dealt to you from melee attacks by 2. I don't know. Sort of a horse apiece. I don't know if this is strictly better for tanking. But I guess we'll take it. Alright. Queer ass. And then we want a core. Probably the defensive core to give another +2 health. And the defense. And finally, we're gonna grab an accessory. I'm thinking the cloak. The helmet and gauntlets, basically, when you would be defeated by an opponent, heal 1 and remain in play. Which might end up being better and might end up being the way to go. The undergarment adds physical resistance, so it cuts physical damage in half. But I don't think he'll end up taking a whole lot of damage in... I think that's better for, like, lightly armored characters. Yeah, let's go with the cloak. I think that's overall best. Okay, that's our lineup of what we're spending. So let's see here. That's 50, 65 plus 36 is 101. That's quite a bit for one character. Might not be able to trick everyone out as much. 101 I said. So that's 235 we're down to. Okay. Yeah, I mean, obviously I can't spend that much on everybody. Armor, core, accessory, weapon. Alright, I gotta rejigger some stats here. He gets +4, so he's actually got 18 max health. Defense, he's got just +1. So not too impressive there. He's sitting at 10. Armor, though, he gets +3, so that's correct. And movement is at 6. Yeah, that's all correct. 18 health is good. Hold on. Just check this. Okay. Heavy reduces agility by 1. And he can't ignore that effect, so that's fine. He doesn't do much agility anyways. I think agility is mainly just for jumping, so he's not jumping anywhere. Okay. Then, this whole video is just going to be building our characters, but I find it really fascinating, so whatever. Alright, so... skills. We have 5 XP to spend, which... and since we lost... it doesn't... okay. Disciplines are broken up down 5 different paths. Assemblage, Cruor, Martial, Sanctus, and Subterfuge. You can buy level 1 skills from any of those 5 categories. Yeah, it doesn't matter. There's no restrictions for level 1. Level 1's disciplines all cost 3 XP. Plus, they cost another 1 XP for every other discipline of the same level that you have, regardless of the tree. So say I own one level 1 subterfuge and I buy that for 3. Buying a level 1 martial one would then cost me 4. Okay, and then buying a level 1, another level 1 martial one might cost me 5. So it gets a little expensive. Level 2 of a discipline costs 5 by default, plus 1 for every other level 2 you have. And you can't buy a higher level 1 unless you have an earlier one. So I can't go straight to level 2 right now by spending 5 XP. That's not allowed. So right now, basically each character gets to pick one level 1 discipline. And they're all going to spend 3 in the process, holding on to 2. So, quick little explanations for each of them. Assemblage often reflect a jack-of-all-trades mentality. Let you perform a wide array of actions, blah blah blah, from gaining extra actions to granting positive effects. Ruor is risky by nature. Tends to involve sacrificing. Grants the ability to curse your enemies into dust, disease them, ruin them, or liquefy them. Reap great rewards. Be careful not to lose yourselves in the process. Martial is all physical stuff, both ranged or melee. Some weapons like the Kusarigama can be used as both melee and ranged. So that's interesting. Sanctus is the defensive stuff, the healing stuff. Grants magical armor, temporary wings, allows users to avoid obstacles, redirect damage, heal, even fold reality to teleport yourselves or others. Really shines with defenders and support characters. Okay. Subterfuge is the rogue and assassin, focusing on big damage, but also can maximize defensive potential by allowing players to dodge, take free actions, and move without penalty. It encourages agility and positioning for a more subtle approach, but includes some straightforward abilities as well. Alright, so obviously for the tank, we're primarily looking at the Sanctus path, and I have laid out all the level 1 skills available to us. So let's look here. Aspect, you gain +1 movement just across the board, and your movement point cost is not increased by terrain or allies, so no matter what, you're moving with 1 point each time, which is pretty nice, I gotta say. Nirvana's Mark gives you +2 max HP, and during the status phase you heal 1, so you regen every round. Not much, but it's there. Intervention, this costs you 1 stamina to use, once per round. An ally within your sphere of influence gains an intervention token. Reduce the SP cost of this discipline by 1 if the target is an ally other than yourself. Sort of odd wording when it says an ally within sphere of influence, so that can include you, the person casting it, which is odd. Usually I don't consider myself an ally of myself, but maybe I should. An intervention token is this. You can discard this at any time to reroll all the dice you just rolled. So those tokens are pretty nice, and I can basically do that for free. Every round I can give that token to someone else. That's not bad either. Magic armor, again 1 point, although it's free if you do this on someone else. You give someone within sphere of influence a barrier. Barrier just gives +1 armor. Forever. Not forever, but until the end of the encounter, unless something removes a positive effect from you. And notably, the Water Loa has a starting thing where it can remove a positive effect from an opponent within the sphere of influence. So, All right, that's not terrible. Courage Stifle, 2 stamina points. Cast a spell 6, deal magic damage equal to 2 times your total armor value. Wow. Wow, that's some paladin shit there. Damn. That's really interesting to me. Oh, and this would upgrade your casting die to equal whatever's on one of your shield or blunt weapons. So right now he's casting with a purple die. That would let him do it with a white die instead. This seems exciting to me. I really like this. So it's basically the same cost as doing a normal attack, but it's ranged, and it would do magic damage, which is not reduced by armor. And his armor value right now is 3, which means it would do 6 damage. He could kill a Waterlow in 2 shots with that. And it's not exhausted, so if he had 4 stamina points, he could do this twice. He could kill a Waterlow and just pow. That's really exciting to me. And if I grabbed like magic armor later or something that got more armor, I mean, throwing barrier on yourself, that bumps that up to 8 damage that he could do, not reduced by armor. That seems really nice. Guardian Angel, once per encounter, you can heal equal to half your maximum HP. And Mend, we have already seen. I think I gotta go with this Courage Stifle. It just makes me too excited. So we're gonna grab one of those. Alright. Cool. Alright. That's nice. Oh, there you go. Good. I think he's done. I mean, there probably is something else that would be of interest to him. You know, things that just like give you free dodges or enhance your dodges. Living Bulwark, you can gain physical damage resistance and counter for free until the end of your next turn. Forebode, at any time reroll any dice except the black one that are rolled again, that you rolled or were rolled against you. I mean, that's always useful for anybody. Yeah, so there's certainly some other speed and justice, free dodge, and you may reroll it for free. There's some stuff. But I think that's a very interesting choice for that character. Okay, 30 minutes in. One character ready to rock and roll. All right, Nightingale. Yeah, I mean, like I said, they're all pretty much blank slates. None of them really have much of a difference. Not like she had the Cruor thing, she had the talisman, she was able to do spell stuff, but that's not like she doesn't have to. I kind of like her as like a badass spellcaster though. So let's go down that route. Let's try and trick her out a bit as a spellcaster. Now, she had the longsword comboed with the talisman, so she could do melee or spellcasting. But if I wanted to go a bit heavier on just pure spellcasting, I think we want to look at the Cruor section. Ideally, something that just costs stamina, like Oxygen Siphon. Cast a spell 6 against all opponents within sphere of influence. Inflict disease. Let's see what disease does. Passive, you may not have positive effects or remove damage or other effects. Okay. Not bad, it's not exactly what I want. Okay, nothing just, Oh, wait, hold on. Euthanasia. So this is 2 stamina points, cast a spell 6, inflict wilt, and deal 6 magic damage. Then, if the target was already inflicted with wilt, inflict condemn. If they're inflicted with a condemn and wilt, roll the black die. If you roll a 1, they're dead. Okay, what is wilt? What is condemn? This wilt, attacks made against you add +2 irreducible damage and ignore resistances. Shit, that's good. Condemn, during the status phase, roll the black die. If you get a 1, you're dead. I like all this shit. I think let's go with that. That sounds like a good kill spell. And it's not exhausted, so it's basically just like she can make an attack. Let's roll with that. I think we want the magic talisman, because that gives her empower whenever she casts a spell. Other things to do a spell, I could get the magic staff, actually. That might be better. That might be better choice. This upgrades her cast thing to a white die, which is good. If she ever fails to hit a target with a spell, she can add an energy token here, and then she can spend those next time to add +1 to her casting roll. Oh. Jesus. Spend an SP before they make a conviction check. Whatever, in addition to the effects of the spell, deal white die of magic damage. Oh my god. Dude, she's just gonna be raining destruction down. I love it. The magic tome. Basically, when you cast a spell, you can flip this card to cast the same spell again. Normally, this would only get unflipped when you get restored at the end of an encounter, but you can spend 3 SP to unflip this card. Or if you combine it with the magic talisman, it only costs 1 SP. It's not bad. I like the magic staff, though. So let's roll with that. That's good. So that's her weapon. We probably want some armor. I'm thinking the occult shirt, just because it gives the movement bonus as well, which is nice. I just realized those are identical shirts. Probably should have realized that sooner. Okay, and a core. The glasses are the most expensive for some reason. Because they let you auto pass a conviction check, which I guess is kind of nice. I guess let's go with the utility core. So that's 60 total. I don't know if I can get away with buying an accessory for everyone at this point. We'll have to see. So let's go with... No, not on Zeke. There, there, and there. Okay, so that upgrades that to white. You can also just smack someone with this staff as well, with a white and a purple, which isn't the worst. She gains +1 defense, +3 health, and +1 movement. Okay. She's all set. Very nice. Alright, so she's our spell blaster, our magic blaster. That was my first Diablo 2 character. It was a sorceress that I named Magic Blaster. Yeah, I was very young. Alright, Zeke. Yeah, I mean, I think Zeke is going to be going into the subterfuge category. Something sort of assassinous, murderous kind of thing, flanking around and just stabby. So Quick Blow, you can follow up with another attack for 1 stamina point, which isn't terrible. Trick Shot, if you're dual wielding, you can exhaust it to make a ranged attack. Oh. And you can do -1 to the roll to gain +3 damage. Okay, that's kind of adding a ranged attack could be very nice. Like the Shadows, lets you get a free move of 2 spaces each turn that does not provoke break attacks, so that helps a lot with flanking. Follow Through lets you spend stamina to add +2 damage to attack. That's kind of interesting. It also lets you exhaust to ignore armor while flanking. Kill the Messenger. Exhaust when dual wielding ranged weapons. Where if you roll a 1 essentially on a die, you can change it to the highest result instead. That's interesting. Murder Circus. A great title. Once per encounter, you can throw X purple dice. X equals your highest level. Okay, so it would be 1 for me. And you can assign these dice to up to X targets, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so that's not incredible right now. It's basically just a throwing knife. It gets better. Speed Injustice, you can get a free dodge and a free reroll. All right, I like Quick Blow, I like Trick Shot, I like the Shadows, and I like Follow Through. I like all those 4. Oh, this is only for... Oh, I misread that. So if you have 2 one-handed ranged weapons, you can make a ranged attack. Alright, that makes much more sense. Alright, I don't want him to go with a ranged setup. We're gonna have Remy be the ranged character. So... Quick Blow, like the Shadows, or Follow Through. Let's go with like the Shadows. Movement tends to always be an issue. So getting free movement that doesn't provoke break attacks could be very nice. We're gonna try to get some flanking going on from now on. Alright, so that's that. For weapons, yeah, we probably want him to dual wield. One of those we want it to be a dagger. Maybe both of them, but I don't know. Probably not both of them. So if we combo this with any other light weapon, this gains backstab. And let me look up backstab. While flanking attackers with this tag gain +3 physical damage, this tag stacks with the bonus from flanking. Right. I don't know if it stacks with itself. It doesn't say. I have to Google. If it stacks with itself, that's really nuts. Let's see. A lot of people saying it's too powerful. Oh, they did nerf it. Yeah, I think they did nerf it. It used to give +5 damage. I don't think... Doesn't sound like it stacks. I think you're either backstabbing or you're not. But again, that's an old post where it used to do 5 damage, so I guess I can look at like the errata. Yeah, I mean, it definitely used to do plus 5 damage, so they nerfed that, which makes sense. I mean, that sounds really crazy. Oh, I don't know. I'm gonna go with that it doesn't. Maybe it does, but I'm just gonna assume it doesn't, so I won't double up on Thief Daggers. I'll just have the one. And double Thief Daggers isn't that great in general, because you only get 2 purple dice then. So we want to get a white dice in there, possibly from a longsword, which would let us do an orange and purple. That's not bad. That's not bad. That's the only benefit we'd get from that. Alternatively, we could do short sword, which would be a white and purple, and we'd get that free reroll every round. The Qatar would also add backstab, so well, then maybe I don't want the Thief Dagger, maybe I want the Qatar. Because this gets a white die, it has +2 armor piercing. The only difference is you can't throw it, and it loses the star equals +1 physical damage. But still, getting a white die off the bat is pretty good, because then I could do Qatar longsword and do orange-white. Which is pretty solid, I think. I could also combine it. No, we don't want to do any of that nonsense. All right, let's go with that. Let's go with that. Qatar longsword. It's a sort of an unusual combination, but it'll work out. For armor, he had the badass leather jacket, but I think I'd rather have the occult shirt to get the movement and the free counter. So we'll go with that, and then let's grab this. Bit of a counter machine, but I think if you counter while flanking, there's no facing. It's not like Kingdom Death Monster. Facing does not mean anything. So backstabbing really just means you are flanking it, but you have an ability that gives you the backstab bonus. So for him, when he's flanking, he gets +1 to the attack roll and +3 damage. So it's pretty solid. It used to apparently be a hell of a lot better, but it's all good. Okay, there we go. So he'll be rolling... Oh, wait a minute. This would not give him backstab. He's not comboing it with another light weapon. Oh. Yeah, then... maybe double Qatar then. Maybe double Qatar is the way to go. I didn't realize longsword wasn't light. It just combos with a light weapon. So this would get orange, but we wouldn't get the backstab. Which I think the backstab is useful, but I don't know, maybe not. Maybe the orange is better. I'm not really sure about that. If you look at the orange die compared to the white die, yeah, hold on. Okay, so those 1 and 2 are identical. Okay. It starts to get better at 4, 5, 6. All right, it's not that much better. It's slightly better. I think actually backstab is the way to go there. So in that case, I can go with a Qatar, 2 Qatars, or the Thief Dagger. Which would give me the free throw. Those are the only light weapons, unless I want... Oh, the short sword. Yeah, maybe a short sword. I could go with a buckler, but this gives me 2 white dice at least. Alright, let's go with that. I didn't deduct money for her $60 expenditure. So hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright. His setup cost 66. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Boop, boop. Alright. That just leaves Remy. Now, Remy, I want to make a ranged character that's just unleashing long-range stuff. So... I'm thinking... longbow. Our options are basically longbow, 2-handed crossbow, or 2 one-handed crossbows. Alternatively, I don't have like a big badass fuck you hitter, which is what she used to be with her war axe. I could instead grab the Great Hammer, which is always empowered, so you always get the black die. And you can do a follow-up hit that pushes everything and inflicts paralyze. Paralyze, they can't use... They're basically stunned for a turn. And then they gain immunity to it. So, interesting. Let's look at the skills here. What would she fall under? Maybe Cruor, maybe Marshall. Either way, let me look. If I just want a fucking another damage dealer. Chains of Command. You can exhaust when making an attack. Gain reach 2 with a follow-up. Command 3, Force X plus difference hit. Okay. Oh, Command 3 means I can move the enemy however I want. 3 spaces, which means you can throw them off a pit, which I suppose is good. Or give her the hammer helm again, which was really solid. I mean, she definitely did work. Cruor, I think, is mostly just spell casting. Oh, imbued fear. Can exhaust to add +2 physical damage and a follow-up that inflicts darkness. Is darkness. -1 defense and can't dodge. Okay, yeah. This gets to add a familiar. Wonder what familiars are. Here's familiars. Okay, those are all right. Those are all right. E. I'm just trying to look at what else is like for ranged weapons. There doesn't seem to actually be that many. Kill the messenger, which lets you change the low roll to a high roll. It's a bit situational, but that could be very nice. No, I mean, I want a character that uses a ranged weapon, so I guess... But then I won't have any character that uses a two-handed weapon. Yeah, you can't have everything, I guess. Yeah, let's go with a two-handed ranged weapon. I think the longbow. Let's be real boring and traditional. So we'll grab the longbow. Let's grab kill the messenger. Let's grab... I don't have many choices here. Basic... Oh, shit. Why are you shuffling around? What the fuck? Someone's got to take the badass leather jacket, so I guess. Badass leather jacket. And, I don't know. Utility core, I guess. Alright, and that's another 60. So... we have it. It took away all my fun toys. Alright, and that gives her 10 defense, 1 armor, 16 max HP. Yep. It's all set. So then we have 49 bucks that we could bank, or I could buy one more accessory. I guess I'll buy a quiver for Remy. So the arrow thing, I mean, eventually I guess I'll get one, but otherwise she can exhaust it to reroll any die. Which is okay, because if she rolls middle of the road and then she rerolls into a 1, she can kill the messenger. So that's good. So that's another 30 bucks, and we'll be done. That's this whole video. That was this whole fucking video. So adventurer sheet. Just in case, I guess we got 19 bucks left over. Let's see, Remy, Zeke, Knight, Ingale, and Rook. And they each have 2 XP sitting there. Alrighty. Oof. Path to citizenship. Oh, you can also sell items. Yeah. Okay. Let's go to Spark Notes. The party leaves the Institute of Elenia and makes their way into a courtyard where students are greeted and congratulated by their friends and family. Nightingale's father, King Balthazar, and mother, Queen Kezia, let her know how proud they are of her, a rare occurrence. This is the fucking queen? Oh my god. I guess, it's an anime. Zeke and Rook are also greeted by their families, but Remy is alone. Her family is not there. Rook's parents excitedly tell him that Balthazar has invited him to a special meeting to discuss his future. Nightingale assumes that her father will use the meeting as Rook's formal invite into the training program of the Demiurge, and can't help but be a bit jealous of Rook. Nightingale invites Remy to come hang out at the graduation ceremony, and Remy reluctantly agrees. Okay. Rook is the man. Okay. Continue to the graduation, so we just keep reading. Alright. Later that night, at the graduation ceremony, the ballroom is packed with students and supportive family. Nightingale shows her support as a new friend to Remy, as she takes subtle verbal abuse from the royalty who see her sitting beside Nightingale. It's clear to Nightingale that Remy is disliked by the royalty, but she isn't sure why. Nightingale sees Rook conversing with Khufu at a table full of Demiurge soldiers. Khufu is an old friend to Nightingale from Earth and a current member of the Demiurge. She introduces Remy to Khufu, and the group spend a portion of the evening dining and getting to know each other. They discuss Zeke's older sister, Antoinette Jeong. Zeke laments her absence at the party. The first year he was on Middara was spent having fun at her side. Since then, Antoinette Jeong has left to find adventure of her own. Balthazar enters the ballroom and makes a commencement speech. Afterwards, once the party resumes, Nightingale makes her move. Believing that Rook was formally invited to the Demiurge by her father, Nightingale decides to ask her father personally for his blessing to join herself. Balthazar surprises her and says that Rook wasn't invited to the Demiurge. Instead, due to Rook's bravery during the mast, and for saving his daughter's life from the Earth Loa, he will be knighted and assigned as her personal protector. Nightingale pleads with her father to allow her to join the Demiurge. He denies her request and the two argue. Angry, Nightingale leaves to find a better party, one that Zeke had mentioned during their conversation over dinner. Zeke, Rook, and Remy follow Nightingale in an attempt to calm her down. While outside, the four follow Zeke until coming to a courtyard. Together, they marvel at the white spires of Alenia. Deep within the white spires contains a portal from Middara to Earth. These portals are rare and sought after, and kingdoms are built around them. Beneath the spires are the White Vaults, a dangerous, seemingly never-ending maze of tunnels, caverns, and dungeons. Many myths surround these vaults, and many of the students of the Institute of Alenia are well aware of their dangers. Zeke's brother Yun Jeong is the official guardian of the White Spires. Historically, Yun has been on very good terms with Zeke, and always invites him to the extravagant parties he holds on the upper levels of the spires. This night is no different, and Yun is having a huge graduation party tonight, and the group attends. Yun was uncharacteristically preoccupied throughout the party. This catches the attention of Zeke. Remy surprises the others with her cunning subterfuge abilities. She overhears Yoon and a guard talking about a thief that recently broke into the vaults. While the thief is in no way close to gaining access to the valuable portal to Earth, they apparently gain entry into the white vaults that run beneath the spires. Yoon sets up guards on the perimeter of each exit and returns to the party. Remy relays this info to the others. Nightingale gets excited. This is her chance to embark on a true adventure. The team reluctantly agrees to join her in a quest to catch the thief. Okay, let me just double check things here. I mean, even the Spark Notes would be like a lot of reading. Holy shit, this is Zeke's sister? Oh my god. Alright. Okay, very anime stuff. This is a lot of reading that happened. Good lord, I just can't picture any group on the planet sitting down and like reading or listening to all this between encounters. That's nuts, man. What were they thinking? Okay, hold on. What was I reading? Dungeon delving. What was dungeon delving? Okay, page 33. Oh, dangerous path. Okay. So a thief broke into the vaults of this kingdom. And so the group decides to help out and try and track down this thief themselves. Okay. You quickly gather your senses as creatures amass up ahead. Loose patches of rock are scattered about the ground, and broken floor stones give way into pits that descend out of sight. The perilous walkway feels as if it could collapse at any moment. Across from you, eerie lights from the stones above cast pale shadows under a hooded figure looming in your path. That is nice, that one button setup. I do enjoy that. Yeah. So there's actually an animate in there, 3 cave sickles. I don't know, I guess I could start this, but maybe I shouldn't. Why shouldn't I? Let me, alright. I'm gonna pause real quick, I gotta order some food, but then we'll do a couple rounds. So we got the 1 to 3 cave sickles and the animate involved. We're all sitting on 3. Good. And we can begin. I think this will take a little bit of time to get used to the new stuff, but we should be alright. Alright, Rook goes first, which is great. Right, so he's got the big paladin spell, which is great. Other than that, he doesn't have anything that would affect his movement, so we get to move 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe stay right there. Alright. Then I'm gonna blast number 1 with Courage Stifle. So roll a white die, add 6 to it. So that's a nice 10. Which is good. So the Cave Sickle, roll their Conviction. Big fail. So I definitely hit them. I deal 6 magic damage, and he's dead. So that's pretty good, eh? Alright. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Animate gets to go. No opponent adjacent, no opponent within. So I can move and attack an opponent within range 4 with 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No. It ain't doing shit. Alright, then Nightingale gets to go. And she's got Euthanasia, which is great. That's a good ability. Whatever. She doesn't get any movement special stuff though. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, okay. She can euthanize the purple. So she'll do that. Basically, if she hits, it's dead. So it doesn't know. Nothing else matters. Yeah. Okay. She gets to roll a white die. This gets to roll its Conviction. Ooh, oh, still a hit, I'm afraid. That is an 8 versus a 6. You're dead, good sir. These spells. These spells are off the chain. It almost doesn't even seem fair, but it must be. I mean, I assume later on it gets a bit worse. But yeah, I mean, it's certainly legitimate. All right, so that's that. 2 down. Then number 3 gets to go. He's going to no, 1, 2, nope, not within 4. has to move here. And it's going to be making a physical attack against old Rook. He gets a free dodge from this. So why not take that dodge? And you can roll your attack. Alright, he didn't get his dodge. That's alright. That's a 10. Oh, he also gets a free dodge from Cloak. Don't forget about that. I'm surprised. I picked very little. I guess overall there aren't many defense boosts available to you. Just basically your core adding 1. That's it. Yeah. So, okay. So it is technically a hit. It adds 3 damage on top of that. He's got 3 armor. So it doesn't actually do any damage, and that's the end of their turn. Remy gets to go. Okay. So she's got range 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Does she have movement 7? She does. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. She can shoot through allies, but she gets -1 to the attack roll. So it is what it is. Longbow's special ability. If she didn't move, she gets a +1 to the attack roll. But yeah, so white and purple is what she is rolling. Trying to beat 8. She definitely beat 8. So that's gonna be... You got 10 versus 8. That's 2. Let me think. 2 damage plus the shields. 4 damage plus the star. 5 damage. Not a kill, but she can move a space for free. 5 damage. Alright. Yeah. I mean, she could have re-rolled one of them for free, which might have killed it. Might not have. I guess the odd. Yeah, let's see. Let's just see how that would play out. Basically, unless I roll a 2. Holy shit, dude. All right. Well, that sucks. She didn't get the free move then. God damn it. She doesn't get the free move, and it does 1 less damage. Overall, not that big of a deal, but that was really lame. Okay. And then finally Zeke gets to go. So he can exhaust this to move 1 space diagonally, which is nice. Then he can exhaust this to move up to 2 spaces. Now that does include the penalty, so technically you can only move 1 space. But, I mean, look at this movement we're doing. Then he can spend that to move 7 spots. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then he's basically done. Then that's it. That's all he can do. He could move more, but then he can't actually attack. All right, that's it. All right, I like the setup we got going on. I mean, sure, it seems like some of the characters might be a little bit more powerful than the others, but who's to say? All right, reset. Animate goes first. Still can't do shit, so don't have to worry about that. Remy. I didn't deduct 1 from the attack roll, did I? So technically it's at 3. I forgot I was shooting through this guy. Okay. She could just shoot. and ignore the penalty. I guess. Why not? And that, but if she does that, she can't actually move this turn. But maybe I don't care. Alright. Let's exhaust the quiver. Oh, she spent 2. Reroll this. Actually, oh, that is the lowest. So we got Kill the Messenger. Yeah. I shouldn't have rerolled, but I actually rerolled the same thing. So now we get to switch that to that. Yeah, boy. Look at that. That's cool. So she rolled a 12. She adds 3 damage, I'm pretty sure. She does get the free move this time, so that's nice. So it's dead. It's definitely dead. Yeah. All right, cool. Then she can't move, but meh. I didn't actually need that bonus, but fine. Nightingale move. 1, a 2, a 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Rook's gonna move. Yeah, Rook's gonna move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I just want him in front so he can tank. These are actually not obstructions, I realize, so this guy could shoot through them if Zeke's not careful. This is done. We actually get a loot card. Mundane. Loot card for killing those. Alright, Zeke is going to move. I mean, Zeke could actually probably move up to the animate, but I don't know if that's a good idea. So let me just see here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Move and attack an opponent within range 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think basic, if I go here, I'm fine. Rook will take the hit. Alright, that's fine. That's all fine. Exhaust that, unexhaust that. And reset. Alright, he gets to go first. Why does he have... Don't do that. Don't do that. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, alright. So he's going to move and attack within range 4. 1, 2, 3. So right here. And he'll be making this. Rook, of course, is going to dodge. Because he's a bad... Ow, that's useless. Alright, fine. Roll it. Oh, eat shit. Good. Good. Alright, Remy. Make it happen. You're all the way back there. But that's alright. She's got a ranged weapon. She's supposed to be back there. I didn't recover. Okay. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, so then she has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. She can shoot him without the penalty, which is great. She's going to do just that. Bringing it down to 1. Let's spend it all and empower it. Let's make it happen. Why do I always lose the black dice? There we go. That's not good enough, but it's nice thought. Let's quiver. Reroll this 3. All right, now we got something. So he's got 9, right? Yeah, 9. So we do hit. Not spectacularly, but we do hit. I get to add 2 to it. And then I've got... I can basically move 1 space for free, I guess. I don't think it matters. Alright, so we get 3, which doesn't do anything for us because he has 3 armor. So thank you for wasting my time, Remy. Zeke. Now Zeke will show you how this is done. Zeke will show you how this is done. He's going to spend 1 to move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then I'm gonna do this to move 2 without provoking break so that I can open it up. Okay, then we're not flanking or anything like that, unfortunately, but we're gonna do this and attack with both, which is 2 white dice, and it has 2 armor piercing, which is great. And I can reroll 1 die. Maybe I don't want to reroll 1 die. That's okay. Yeah, we're basically... He's got a 9, so 11 is 2 plus 2 is 4 damage. 4 damage, he has 1 armor piercing, so that's 3 damage. Alright, it could be a lot better, I'll admit. But it could be a lot worse. I don't have a whole lot of time, my food's almost here. Time flies, man. Time flies. I'm gonna attack again, though. 2 white dice. Let's exhaust this to reroll. Alright, that's a big miss. Never mind. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Nightingale. She doesn't have to do much. She's gonna move just to get in the sphere of influence. Right there. Go there. Okay. And then she's gonna basically euthanize him twice. You don't hear that too often. So, yeah, white die. He's rolling his conviction, which is pretty good, but he's not going to beat that. Oh, wait a minute, he did beat that. Ties go to defenders for conviction. So that's a 13, which is a miss. So I add an energy token. I don't know where that is, so just add it there. She'll do it again. Probably big miss. That's a 10. I've got a 9. And even if I add this, it would still only tie. So, wow, big fail. Okay. And then Rook, he's just going to move up to him. Like there. He's going to swing. This is a white and a white, double white. Double white. That's a big miss. Yeah, nothing you can do about that. Okay, then I'm gonna use this. I basically just make another attack. Okay, that's something. That's 11 out of 9. So that's a 2. Then I can get that, so that's 4. 4 damage. That's only 1. Okay, then he'll end with this Courage Stifle, which I probably should have just started with. So do that. Do that. I got a 10. He got way too high. That sucks. So that's the end of that. Could have gone a lot better that turn. But I think we'll get him. I'm not too concerned. All right. My food's just about here, so I'm going to end it off here. We'll get him next time, and it'll all be good. And then this looks like it'll lead right into another encounter. So the Middara will continue. Do not fret, even though probably no one is watching this. My name is Mangg. Game you're watching has been Middara, Unintentional Malum. And I'll see you fine folks in the next part.